I want to say this to you, Quincy, because I know that your mother was protecting you not only from Al, which is your father and he loved you, it was for what he would have done or Puff would have done to him.
Being the sons of a music mogul like Diddy may seem like a guaranteed ticket to a glamorous life, but for Quincy and Christian Combs, it also brings its own unique set of challenges. One of the biggest hurdles they face is Diddy's bodyguard, a towering figure of muscle who resembles more of a superhero's henchman than your typical security guard.
One of his sons might take it. Oh, that was me. Oh, Christian might take it. Christian want to be a gangster. He a gangster, right? He might take it.
Yeah, I mean, if they some real ones, they'll take it. I mean, you see everything your dad is going through right now. Why not, take that charge?
Those wasn't my dad's, those was mine. All they gonna get is a 3 to 5. 85%.
But you being somebody, right, that was cool with Diddy at one point, you don't feel a little bit bad for him?
My man, how do you feel sorry for a man that had everything material that any man could ever want? How do you feel sorry for a man could go any place any man would want to travel in the world? How do you feel sorry?
What up? How you listening? Do not entertain none of this nonsense and nothing over the phone. Alright? I'm gonna need you to get rid of all the leftover pizza boxes. The what? All the boxes left over from the pizza. All the boxes. Make sure you recycle the plastic like we talked about. Yeah. Jay reach out yet? Nah, Bob. He ghosting. I just motherfucker doing. He's sweet now because I'm in here. It's all good. You about to get out on bail. Everybody out there quiet as a motherfucker. Yeah. Yeah, Zach. We gonna let them have their little fun, but I'm still gonna have the last laugh. About all these lawsuits though, Pop. Ain't none of them getting shit. I ain't worth nothing. Ain't got shit in my name anyway. Don't even worry about it. But the money hungry.
While Diddy's extravagant lifestyle demands top-tier security, it seems his son has found himself at the mercy of his bodyguard's unyielding dedication. But why does Diddy's bodyguard make him feel like he's always walking on eggshells? Is it simply the overwhelming intimidation factor, or is there more to the story? Let's take a deeper look, because believe it or not, the situation involves more than just a father-son dynamic.
You don't invite a man to your private unless you doing the Diddy. If 2 men lay down, how many homos get up? Let me tell you, young man, 2 of them. You understand? So don't invite a man to your private because that man will see you and take your head off. Especially somebody like 50. You don't send or let a boy do a man's job. I don't know if he need that type of attention or he want that type of attention. Evidently he do.
You've been to some crazy parties, I'm sure. What's the strangest interaction you've had at a party that was like, what's happening right now?
I remember I was lit and I just started dancing with Paris Hilton. I was like, this is kind of crazy.
That is kind of nuts. What song was playing?
I don't even know. It was one of those nights.
Yeah, okay, all right.
When it comes to Christian Combs, we can't overlook the obvious. He's inherited much of his father's swagger and flair for controversy. While Christian enjoys the privileges of his dad's lavish lifestyle, he's also picked up on some of Diddy's less refined traits, including a knack for making headlines, often for all the wrong reasons.
Was you just fighting people in the club?
No, I was being the better person in the club, and I want to always be the better person, and I want to start practicing being an advocate for mentorship programs for entrepreneurs that's making money.
You just fighting in the club, yes or no? I don't want.
No, we didn't have a fight. We had a big argument right outside the club.
And who started it?
This time, I think I got loud and got aggressive, but it was the third time it's happened. And so I felt like I needed to like stand up for myself. Even though I was talking shit and we was having a lot of crazy words, I was walking that way to avoid the issue. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what happened. And it's unfortunate, but what's dope is that we all got on the phone. We talked for about 35 minutes.
You that.
And I'm letting you know this, brother. That's your pops. Make it good with your pops, bro. Make it good with your pops. Because you are a part of him.
How you feel about it personally?
I feel that Kim knew that he wanted to love on his son. And she kept Al away from Quincy because of Puff, and I don't know why. I couldn't tell you why. Other than that, for some strange reason, Puff always want to claim something that ain't his. I just think that it's a lot of brainwashing that went on.
Let's not forget the incident involving Justin Combs, Diddy's other son, during the infamous UCLA altercation in 2015. At the time, Justin was playing football, and after a coach reportedly gave him a tough critique, Diddy, never one to back down, arrived with the full force of a father who believes his son deserves better. What followed was a confrontation so intense that it ultimately led to Diddy being charged with misconduct.
Some people feel like, Diddy, he played a part in that video coming out too. Him being spotted with Stevie J, smiling at the camera. A lot of people blame him too.
But bro, what did I tell you? He's such a narcissist that he has to be in the public. Listen to me. They just caught him on TMZ today or yesterday or something like that, walking out and about. Now, I'm not telling the man what to do, what he couldn't do. I don't know if the government told he couldn't travel nowhere, he couldn't be nowhere and stuff like that. But why are you gonna go outside your own compound where TMZ and every other place is waiting on you? You're not gonna get any public sympathy. That's why he had that picture of him and his father around his neck. You're not gonna get no sympathy. You're done. Stick a in it. Call it a quit. Apologize to Big's mother for putting her son in that position that he loses his life.
Is Diddy going to jail?
I think that the easiest thing to do is to get somebody on some money laundering. Diddy have over 18 companies that he was dealing with. He put every business in his children's name or his mother's name. I don't think any of those businesses are straight into his name. So there's got to be some shadiness going on somewhere. The government wouldn't ask for all the IRS papers, all the tax papers for the last 3 years of any of his companies if they didn't think something was going on. So if he doesn't go for any of the assaults or something like that, it may be something having to do with tax evasion, money laundering, or something like that. Or maybe even drugs or something.
Now, consider how such an environment would affect Quincy. Imagine knowing that your dad will step in and go to great lengths if someone so much as gives you a sideways glance. Add a bodyguard who's seemingly trained to neutralize any potential threat, and suddenly, Quincy's apprehension begins to make a lot more sense.
I think that, he brainwashed those kids, and that's what narcissists and people of his caliber do to a lot of people around him. I feel like Quincy was brainwashed. I feel like Justin, the rest of them. Justin was too. Justin's mother was real strict. Misa was real strict with Justin. I think when he got with Puff, he got brainwashed.
So what would make him do what he did to Albie Shore? If them two was cool, why would he take his girl like that?
It's a power thing. We used to be in situations, I told you, remember me and you had the discussion about, like, he wanted every girl that Pac ever had. They want them to hurry up and charge Diddy with something or see what they got on him. The feds gonna take their time. May take 6 months, may take a year, may take 2 years. They got up to 3 years to bring their case up. They got 3 years. So they checking everything about them. They're gonna dot all the I's and cross all the T's.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people feel like he played a part in that video coming out. You know, him making a comment saying that, you know, they forgot to raid the house next door that his dad owned. Yeah, man, he was wilding out, man.
Yeah, I think he was just bullshitting. I don't believe he bought the house next door. Because let me just tell you something. If anything or any name that had to do with Bad Boy, the federal government gonna run that. They know all the properties Diddy have. They wasn't even talking about the raid that they did in New York. But they did a raid in New York too.
Yeah, I ain't hear about that raid. I only heard about the, you know, the LA and Miami raid. But you feel like the feds, they released that video over King Kong's comments.
Oh man, I've worked in law enforcement for 27 years. And I had the opportunity to see Hyder.